Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Alex Flood. The City of Thunder Bay is seeking provincial and federal funding to improve the Pool 6 site that will welcome cruise ship passengers for years to come. City Council voted unanimously in favor of supporting the upgrades worth over $1.3 million, which was proposed by the CEDC. The city will apply for money from the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund and FedNor, with the CEDC contributing up to $200,000 for the work. Engineering Director Kayla Dixon outlines what the funds will cover.
Currently, the site is largely covered with concrete rubble that is left from when the grain elevator was demolished. So looking to process that rubble and remove it from site. Also complete the construction of waterfront trail section that would be along the Pool 6 lands, as well as looking at doing some various paving on the site.
The project is not expected to go over its budget, but if it does, the city would be tasked to cover the overages. And Thunder Bay Atikokan MPP Judith Monteith-Farrell pressed the Ford government at Queen's Park this week regarding the region's continued doctor shortages. The Northern Ontario School of Medicine estimates the North needs over 300 physicians to meet current needs. Monteith-Farrell pointed out that leaves thousands of residents without a family doctor. Health Minister Christine Elliott called that a legitimate concern, but said the government's support for the creation of family health teams would help ease the situation.
Too many people in Northern Ontario can't find a family doctor accepting new patients. This government had 3 years to solve this issue. What is this government doing to make sure everyone who needs a doctor can get one?
That we are listening to what the Northern Ontario School of Medicine is advising. We are moving forward to provide that kind of integrated care that people across Ontario require. That is why we have started on the transformation of our entire healthcare system to make sure that within geographic regions we have Ontario health teams.
The province announced yesterday that spectator limits at a number of venues, including hockey rinks, will be lifted beginning today, but there is still some uncertainty surrounding those limits at a number of local satellite arenas. Community Services Manager Kelly Robertson is working on more formal information and education for staff about the recently announced changes and how it applies to indoor recreational facilities. Something she notes will continue to unfold heading into next week. When asked about what the spectator limits at satellite arenas across the city are as of today, Robertson says they're somewhere in between 45 and 100%. She adds it takes time to reach the relevant staff and contracted security members to ensure everyone is up to speed and positioned properly in order to safely fill up every seat. And 45 rescued cats and kittens departed Thunder Bay this week for the North Bay Humane Society. The transfer was organized by Caring Hearts Cat Rescue and Murillo Mutts. The North Bay facility has more room for them until they're adopted to their forever homes. Kurt Black has the details.
The transfer of cats and kittens to the North Bay Humane Society is the fourth such collaboration between Caring Hearts Cat Rescue and Sanctuary, Murillo Mutts Respite Refuge, and North Bay. This brings the total number of rescued felines sent from the Thunder Bay area to 300 since the partnership began. Both locally run animal rescues have dealt with higher number of requests for help with the overwhelming cat population in Thunder Bay in recent months. That's why they are so thankful for the assistance from the North Bay Humane Society, as it gives these animals the best opportunity to find loving homes, says Robin Ratz, chair of Murillo Mutts.
It's amazing because, as I said before, otherwise the cats end up staying in cages or in houses longer than they should, where once they get down there, they get to be adopted. They get to have their forever families, and it's the best thing we can do for them. So even though we might have already paid for all their vetting and spays and neuters, even if we've managed to do that, it's still great to get them into a home, which is all we care about doing in the first place.
Vice President of Caring Hearts Cat Rescue and Sanctuary, Kathy Gordon, says aside from the greater number of cats and kittens needing their help, the lack of available veterinarians in Thunder Bay is another reason why transfers such as this one are necessary for the well-being of the animals.
Our vets right now are so overwhelmed with appointments that we can't get our animals in in a timely manner. And that's not the fault of the vets. It's just the fact that they don't have enough vets in Thunder Bay. And so our appointments are being delayed, and that's not really fair to the cats and kittens. So we send them to North Bay, and they have their own vet on staff.
For North Bay Humane Society clerk Kira Young and her boyfriend James Gerard, the 12-hour journey is worth it, knowing they are giving these cats and kittens a chance at a better life.
You know, lots of people are eager for cats. There's lots of university students there who are kind of a little lonely, need some friends. But yeah, it's a great cause, and we can get lots of animals better homes this way.
Kurt Black, TBT News.
Canadian Pacific Railway crews are investigating a derailment on the train tracks just north of the Main Street Bridge. At least 7 cars are involved in the derailment, and a crane is being used to move them off the tracks. There is no word as of right now on the cause of the derailment or if any injuries were sustained in the accident. Crews are working to move the train and repair the tracks, and there will be some delays for other trains coming through or going around. And the Salvation Army recognized World Homeless Day with a video that highlights that they are more than just a shelter. World Homeless Day was created to bring attention to the issues of homelessness in Ontario and to hear the stories of the ones less fortunate.